Well, good morning. It's April 7th here in New York. Let's take a look at what's been happening at asset class this week and in the broader private capital markets. Well, you may have heard some details of the earthquake or tremor in New York this week. Didn't feel it personally, but although I was in the city. But at asset class, we had our own seismic event this week. We launched our March release, and let's take a look at some of the details included in that release. Well, the first thing that we've improved on and simplified is the LP onboarding for your portal. So when you launch with asset class, you get an LP portal, a feature-rich LP portal to provide to your investors. We made it a great deal easier to mass invite, chase, and indeed drive adoption of that portal. We've also enhanced the real-time reporting, so you can see in real time what the onboarding process looks like for your LPs, what the adoption rates are for your LPs, etc. So some really great work done there by the team, and delighted to launch that as the first new feature of the March release. The second major enhancement focuses on the e-subdocs process. So when you're signing in the portal, you hit submit after you've decided what you want to invest in, how much you want to invest, etc. We pre-fill the subscription documents and present you with the DocuSign directly in the app. So greatly improved that e-subdoc process, made it easier for your investors to sign and indeed quicker for them to do so as well. The third major improvement is in migrating the investor and fund management software into our fund operating system managed package. This is quite a technical enhancement, but essentially what it means is that if you are a Salesforce client already and want to deploy asset class in your environment, it's very easy to do so. We're a managed package. We've deployed all of our latest software into that managed package, making it easy for existing Salesforce users to adopt asset class, to take advantage of all of the private capital specific enhancements and designs that we've put into the platform. It is, in my opinion, the world leading platform for Salesforce for the private equity, venture capital and broader private capital space. And so now we've made it easier with that managed package deployment. So we'd love to talk to you if you're an existing Salesforce user about how we can enhance your org to make it more appropriate for your private capital firm. The fourth significant enhancement is in the area of data exchange and data migration. So when we deploy a new platform, typically the firm is concerned with how they transfer all of their existing investor data, their documents associated with the subscriptions and investments that their investors have made. And so we've developed some really deep integration with AWS, making it easier for bulk data to be uploaded, to be synced between environments, to really address some of the challenges that exist with bulk data and document migration as part of the initial deployment, but also to help with fund administration integration. So if you're uploading monthly or quarterly statements, tax documents, etc., we've made that a great deal easier with our AWS integration and the development of a specific Node.js application to ease that process for you. So that's our fourth major enhancement. The fifth relates to money movement. This is a particularly important area for lots of companies. So whether you're calling capital in the event that you're issuing capital calls, you want to move money from your investors' accounts to your escrow account or target operating account, we've made that a great deal easier by integrating with Plaid. And we've also made it easier for distributions to be issued. So when your investors are onboarding, they have the opportunity of linking their investment to their target account via Plaid, which is integrated in the asset class platform. That means that you can easily call capital with a high degree of predictability around when that capital is going to be available. And in the event that you're making distributions, whether it's return of capital, interest payments, etc., you can easily make those distributions via Plaid connected accounts in the platform as well. So again, really great improvement there, and security, compliance, and indeed fraud prevention really driving the adoption of that for us. We see great demand for it. So if you're interested, come and talk to us about that. For those of you who typically running 506Cs, you're probably going to require an AIC or an investor certificate of accreditation, or accredited investor certificate to be more accurate. We've made the job of gaining access to those certificates a great deal easier by integrating with InvestReady. That's a platform that enables you as an investor to get accredited, to get an AIC. And if your investors are using that, or you've partnered with InvestReady, you now have deep integration with asset class as part of our investment onboarding flow. So really significant improvement there for those of you who require AICs. Again, reach out to us if we can help. And the final significant enhancement of our March release is enhanced e-signature configuration. Now, this relates to a complex challenge when you have multiple documents that needed to be included in a package or in an envelope, to use DocuSign language, to be sent to an investor, and those documents change depending on the investor type, perhaps the investor location. So for example, if they're investing from a domicile outside of the US, or US investors investing in a European fund, you're going to have to issue specific documents and specific document packages and leveraging multiple templates in DocuSign in order to make that happen. We make that a great deal easier with a really huge step forward using new technology that we've developed, which enables you to choose from multiple templates, to aggregate those templates dynamically at the point of investment, and issue just the right documents in a single envelope to the investor for signature. So it makes it a great deal easier for you. It cuts down on the amount of work that's required to launch the fund. It makes it far simpler for the investor because they're not having to navigate multiple DocuSign envelopes, etc. Just tremendous improvement. So if you face that challenge, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We'd love to talk to you more about that. But that's that concludes the major enhancements. There's lots of course, bug fixes, smaller enhancements that form part of the March release, but couldn't be prouder of the team's efforts in getting that out there. It's being deployed here as we speak. So throughout April and the first couple of weeks of May, all of our clients will be given access to the latest release, be able to take advantage of that and bring it out to your LPs there to make your service better, make their experience better and more delightful, and hopefully you'll be happier clients as a result. And one final point to note here as we wrap up the week here. I saw literally this morning a report from PitchBook talking about the improvements in the market conditions, or at least the early signs of improvements in the market conditions. So citing some new funds, 100 Point Capital with $3.3 billion raise that just closed in the last couple of weeks. Common Fund closed a $1.1 billion fund for focused on the PE secondaries market. Percheron Capital closed its second fund at $1.55 billion, focused on essential services here in the US. And ICG closed a $1.6 billion secondary fund. Arctos closed its second sports-related fund at approximately $4.1 billion. So this combination of a recovering economy, interest rate stability really helping the markets, and we'll watch with interest there. But I call this, in recent months, we are at the very early stages of the process typically for companies who are looking at launching these funds. We saw a significant uptick in activity, and now we're seeing it come to market here with these fund closes. So I think we can be a lot more optimistic about the return of the market here, and we'll see here as we enter Q2 if that continues. My sense is very much that it will. That's what we're seeing. And so that's it. We'll wrap up for another week. Hope wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you have a great one, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.